Next up for the showdown is Eric Trueheart and Samantha Franklin of Black Yeti Beverage. Come on up. Thank you.
Hi there. Hi there.
I think I have your product.
Does this work? Yes. Okay. Greetings, Earthlings, friends, BevNetters, everyone in between. I'm Eric Trueheart, animation writer, comedy writer, and producer of the Army of Drunks cocktail podcast.
Hi there, I'm Samantha Franklin, former pro-punk bassist, gone psychopharmacology grad student.
We are incredibly honored to be here among so many accomplished drinks makers, and we are Black Yeti Beverage, a brand new indie and award-winning company local to Southern California, and we have just launched Grizzly's Cosmic Black, first in a line of 2-year-aged high rye bourbon and gourmet cola RTD cocktails.
We imagineered our creation during the 2020 pandemic lockdown. The idea was to combine our love of craft cola, high-quality bourbon, and psychedelic pop art. Our greatest hope was to bring some much-needed joy and transcendent fun to our currently healing world. So, what are we?
What are we? We are an elevated bourbon and cola experience with tasting notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, caramel, toasted marshmallow, and a pinch of heat, compliments of a flavorless chili oil. We use a premium high rye bourbon, and we are a zero sugar added cocktail, clocking in at 120 calories per can, with a 6% ABV and a retail price of $15.99 per 4-pack.
As you may have noticed, we are a Space Yeti themed company, and our packaging with its proud, fluffy, whiskey-bearing mascot exists at the nexus of sci-fi and rock and roll. Our box is an all-Pantone, blacklight reactive, matte and high spot gloss piece of total eye candy. The can is a standalone piece of art and the perfect Instagram-ready cosmic accessory. We have a deep appreciation for the interplay of spirits and art, and we strive to reflect that throughout our brand.
Tiger! So, why bring this to market? There is currently a whiskey and cola shaped hole in the RTD marketplace. Lovers of margaritas and mules have dozens of options, but there's not really an elevated whiskey and cola RTD. There are just a few big Acme brands. Also, if the popularity of hard seltzer has taught us anything, it's that there is a demand for lower calorie, no sugar added beverages. And finally, we created it because it's fun. We're a couple of RD weirdos, and this is the fruit of our pandemic stir-crazy. So come partake of our fruit. Airport.
So, in addition to our fruit and that airport, big picture, what is the appeal? We're an interesting dichotomy of creature comfort familiarity and decadent indulgence. It's a cola, but the complex flavor profile makes it appealing to Epicureans. It's a cocktail, but the ABV means it drinks like a beer. It's counterculture and offbeat while also being friendly and approachable. When you looked at our artwork, were you thinking the Muppets? Star Trek Tribbles? Bootsy Collins, perhaps? Because we were thinking all of these things, and these are very happy thoughts indeed. So, Eric, what's up to bat next?
Well, Samantha, we are proudly a line of just bourbon and cola drinks. So upcoming SKUs include Cosmic Bliss, a toasted marshmallow flavored cola, Cosmic Blood, a blood orange flavored cola, as well as some sassy seasonal SKUs. Corporate headquarters. So, success and beyond. We've only been on the marketplace for 5 months. We have not yet pursued a major distributor in favor of hitting the streets dressed as men in black carrying a furry briefcase. And so far, it's worked. We've partnered with the Raley's Market chain. We're also in select Total Wine locations. We're going to be partnering with Taproom.com as a flagship RTD for them. And you can currently order us online via e-commerce across most of the U.S. We've also won awards at the 2021 Cannes Challenge and the Proof Awards.
So far, we've been conquering our home market of SoCal with an effective punk rock, DIY guerrilla approach to sales acceleration and brand positioning. We're a happy, easygoing, grateful company, and we want Grizzly's Cosmic to be a source of fun and success for all involved.
So in conclusion, what makes us special? No one has approached the whiskey and cola RTD from a craft cola perspective, and that's where we really differentiate ourselves. Real age bourbon and insanely good cola. Grizzly's Cosmic Black is a whole new creature on the market, the only arty artisanal bourbon and cola line brought to earth by trans-dimensional space yetis, and we stand by that. Roll the video.
Got it out,
How do you end it so perfectly so that the video ended right as soon as it hit 000 on there?
I have no idea.
That was impressive. I really thought, I was like, well, we can't gong a video, so that was a good move, actually. So out there but friendly and approachable. Sebastian, I mean, what do you think of that approach to this emerging category? I mean, it is kitschy, as some might say, but it's also really interesting.
Yeah, first of all, trying to be funny on stage in front of a comedy writer. I didn't see that coming. So well done, great presentation, and I love. I mean, I love the colorful and I love the story behind it. Ultimately, we are all investing in a brand at the end of the day. So brand is important, story is important. I mean, the question is always you want to make sure that people still understand they're drinking a bourbon cola, right? I mean, you need to be careful not to push it too far in one direction. But I really like that piece of it. My question to you is, did you actually craft a cola first? Or do you try to add, use flavors and like sweeteners in order to complement a bourbon? Or was it the other way around? Like how did you approach that formulation?
For starters, we're the beneficiaries of living in proximity to an amazing old-timey cola shop where every single craft cola that you could possibly imagine is curated, and they even have a make-your-own cola bar. So that's kind of fundamental. That's sort of a fun hobby that Eric and I engage in, and so we took that and we brought that to the home kitchen where Eric made lots of cool tinctures.
Yeah, we made tinctures, we made nutmeg, we made hard peppercorn, black peppercorn, we made cinnamon, and we sat and we experimented with that. At the same time, we tracked down bourbons that we liked, and we experimented with those. So it was basically a kitchen operation to craft that cola and then marry it with the bourbon.
I would even use that story more because the question is, do you come from a bourbon side and add a cola, or do you come from the cola side and add a bourbon? And since you have that great story, I would add that more. And the product is really good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Story is important, so is the taste. Saeed, does this fit the bill in terms of this classic pairing?
Well, just to go back to this packaging, I like loud things, obviously, so this was really dope. But as far as taste goes, yes, I did appreciate the kind of craft cola vibe that you guys were going for. The one note that I wanted from it, or like that I wanted more of, is just more carbonation. I just wanted more carbonation because I feel like when I put this, drinking out of the can and then letting it sit for 5 minutes, I was like, I go back for it and it wasn't as carbonated as I want it to be. That was just like my only kind of note. But other than that, taste was amazing for it being a, homemade cola.
Thank you. We'll note the bubbles.
Tiffany, what do you think about this in terms of retail and distribution? They're in Rayleigh's right now. How far can this brand go at retail?
The packaging has to be adjusted to be a little bit more retail friendly. Just take a look at it. You have to have some obvious things that aren't quite there yet. I can tell. Discuss that later if you're interested. But the cola, it has sugar in it.
No.
So the cola doesn't have any sweetener in it.
No sugar. It has artificial sweetener, but no sugar.
So careful when you're talking to the retailers and you say 0 sugar, but you have an artificial sweetener in there. It's just a tricky spot right now, and people are super in tune with it, and you don't want to look inauthentic or that you're not being fully transparent. Just a little hint, and it tastes fantastic. So I don't want to take away from its taste. Just be careful that you're authentically really communicating what's going on.
Thank you. We say no sugar added. We try to be careful about that language, but thank you.
Careful.
Additionally, we do prominently list our ingredients. We're a very forthright company.
Cool.
We don't want to hide anything. We're a happy food product, not a health food product.
Yeah. Good.
Carlton, you got the last word. What are your thoughts on the presentation of the brand?
Nothing to add. These guys did a great job. Very well done, and a little bit more carbonation. And I think the product's almost there.
Tastes good.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Great stuff. Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.